Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. This is your host Ram with you on the cricket show, Cricket Happenings. Once again, this on a Sunday. Two matches that happened today. One was the match between Lucknow Super Giants taking on the Delhi Capitals. The game was won by the Lucknow Super Giants, but it was a game which was quite close in the end, with the Lucknow Super Giants winning the match by 6 runs. As far as the other match was concerned, it was Chennai Superkings taking on the Sunrisers Hyderabad. We are waiting for the battle between the young pacer Umran Malik and the CSK, but I have to say that definitely today it was Chennai Superkings who were reigning supreme, especially as far as Umran Malik was concerned. The battle never happened because Ruturaj Gaikwad was in his absolute element as he played some classic strokes, and he was an absolute treat to watch for the spectators here at the stadium when this match, as I said, between Chennai Super Kings and Super, it was played in Pune, and the Pune spectators had their value for money with the Chennai Super Kings openers putting on a grandstand of 182 runs for the first wicket, which in itself is a record according to me. We'll come back to that. But first, I'm going to talk to you about the match between Lucknow Super Giants and Delhi Capitals. So, Lucknow Super Giants, KL Rahul, taking the challenge, one could call, and deciding, even though he was lucky at the toss, where he won the toss, one was probably thinking he's going to insert the opposition. That didn't happen. He probably took a leaf out of Hardik Pandya's book of Gujarat Titans. He's a close friend, as you know, Hardik Pandya, and he decided that his wards would bat first. He himself led by example with a super knock, one could call, of 77 of 51 deliveries, which included 4 4s and 5 spanking sixes, and his strokes were all something which was really hit very, very well and with great precision as well. Quinton de Kock contributed 23 of 13, 3 4s and 1 6. But as I said, it was KL Rahul's knock, which was the one which gave the real impetus, but not taking away any credit from the bat of Deepak Hooda, who smoked 52 of 34 with 6 4s and 1 6. Stoinis in the end smoked a few, not out on 17 of 16. Pandya was not out on 9. And the Lucknow Super Giants went on to a very good score, which in the end proved to be a winning score against the Delhi Capitals, 195 for 3. Looking at the bowling, Mustafizur Rahman bowled well in patches, I thought. 4 overs, none for 37. Chetan Sakaria was taken to the cleaners by KL Rahul and Deepak Hooda as they really lent into him and gave him, they were hitting all the strokes from the meat of the bat. 4 overs, none for 44. Akshar Patel, Deepak Hooda was the one who took immense advantage of the spinners. Akshar Patel and Lalit Yadav. Lalit Yadav bowled the solitary over for 16 and never bowled. Akshar Patel, 4 overs, none for 25, was the best among the lot. Shardul Thakur went for runs but picked up 3 wickets for 40 in the bargain. Kuldeep Yadav, 3 overs, went for 29. But Lucknow Super Giants had done a wonderful job putting a score of 195 for 3 on the board. Now it was the turn of the Delhi Capitals to chase a total of 196 runs for victory. They ended up with 189 for 7, but with a lot of drama, and especially the Delhi Capitals start was not a good start. Mohsin Khan was the toast of this particular LSG lineup today. What a bowler he's turning out to be. The way he bowled, the way he actually, susses up the batsman, especially his wicket of Rishabh Pant, who was looking very good at that stage when he set him up with 4 balls and then picked up his wicket, was an absolute beauty. That over was a wonderful over. We kept on angling the ball on Rishabh and then finally came up with a fuller delivery, and Rishabh Pant was clean bowled by a beautiful delivery from Mohsin Khan. That was the feature of Mohsin Khan's bowling today. He snuck it through the bat and pad gap of Rishabh Pant as he tried to flick it across the line. And I thought Pant probably did not play the stroke well. He played all around the delivery, and that was you could do nothing, as you could only see probably the rattle of the timber. And he was clean bowled by Mohsin Khan for 44 of 30 deliveries, 7 fours and 1 6. But overall, Mohsin Khan's bowling was of top quality. First, he picked up the wicket of David Warner. When he got him caught by Badoni, there was a bit of a bit of a review there as far as dismissal was concerned. And finally, the catch was referred upstairs, and the third umpire said that the fingers were underneath the ball. It was a clear catch taken by Badoni, and Warner was gone for the end. Prithvi Shaw, after hitting a 4, fell to the bowling of Dushmanta Chamira as Gautam took the wicket across Seema, and it was the end of Prithvi Shaw. As I said, Mitchell Marsh, when he came out, even though 2 wickets were gone, 13 for 2, the Delhi Capitals, they knew that there was a real big mountain to climb with 196 to get. And they decided with Mitchell Marsh signaling his intentions as soon as he came to the crease of not knocking the ball over, but hitting the ball over, which his knock was, he got a 37 of 20, but definitely the stroke with which he got out really was, according to me, a turning point, because Mitchell Marsh was looking dangerous at that stage. And he played a loose shot, one could call, to the bowling of Gautam. Even it surprised Gautam that Mitchell Marsh was out. He was taken behind the sticks by Quinton de Kock for 37 of 20 deliveries, which included 3 fours and 3 sixes, which tells you the story as how powerful he was, which was good to see. Rishabh Pant, I already talked to you. He went after the spinners and banged them to all parts of the ground, making 44 of 30 deliveries, 7 fours and 1 6. But in the middle phase, I thought Rishabh Pant got a bit slow. He could not force the pace. And Mohsin Khan absolutely set him up in that particular over and picked up his wicket. So kudos to Mohsin Khan. And Mohsin Khan definitely looked, what a spell from him. 4 overs, no maiden, 4 for 16, taking the man of the match award, and also ramping up the pace as well to 145 kph. Roman Powell was there. Hope was there for them as long as Lalit Yadav was dismissed early, and the score at 86 for 4 and Lalit Yadav left the scene. Roman Powell was as long as Roman Powell was at the crease, definitely the Delhi Capitals would have definitely fancied their chances, because Roman Powell is a very, very powerful hitter of the ball, and he can send the ball, even if it's a 9 runs or 10 runs run rate, he can get it there. But Roman Powell definitely played his part, but contributed 35. Again, it was Mohsin Khan who taking all those vital wickets. As he picked up this wicket of Roman Powell, it was a cutter angling across Roman Powell. Roman Powell was shaping to pull the ball to get into the short side of the fence, one could call, but deep mid-wicket was into business. Pandya taking the catch. He was gone for 35 of 21 deliveries, 3 fours and 2 sixes. But and Shardul Thakur, when he was caught by Pandya of the bowling of Mohsin Khan, that really left, and that really told everybody that now there was absolutely no, probably one could call them no hopers, even though Akshar Patel was there. But nobody would have expected. The score read 148 for 7 when Shardul Thakur went back to the pavilion. It was the 17th over at the stage. There were 3 more over left. There's still a long way to go. And look at what happened. Akshar Patel, well, everyone knows that he can play, and he has been really showing his abilities as an all-rounder. But Kuldeep Yadav, nobody would have expected that he would be giving support to Akshar Patel in such a fashion that the match will come all the way down to the wire with the 20 runs needed on the final overs. I thought both Akshar Patel and Kuldeep Yadav did a good job. In fact, they were separated, so they were unseparated till the end. And what a partnership. 41 runs were added by this pair in roughly 20 deliveries. Akshar Patel's contribution being an unbeaten 42 of 24, 1 4 and 3. So Michael Stoinis was given the responsibility of bowling the final over. And what a shot from Kuldeep Yadav, sending Michael Stoinis for a 6, which was pretty good to see. But then Kuldeep Yadav finally was stopped in his tracks by Stoinis, and Stoinis ensured. but not before 14 runs were eked out by this particular pair, as Akshar Patel not out 42 of 24, 1 4, 3 sixes. Kuldeep Yadav not out 16 of 8, 1 4 and 1 6, and they were kept to 189 for 7. And in the end, the LSJ, with Captain Rahul leading the team, winning by 6 runs and fittingly so. Looking at the bowling, it says Mohsin Khan was the man of the match. A tremendous bowling spell from him. 4 overs, 4 for 16. Chamira got taken to the cleaners. 4 overs, 1 for 44. Kunal Pandya could bowl the solitary over, which disappeared for 19. Holder 4 overs, none for 45. Also guilty of probably a sort of run out chance. Ravi Bishnoi, and also I thought Rishabh Pant was also dropped a couple of times. Ravi Bishnoi, 4 overs, 1 for 28, definitely bowled superbly. Krishnappa Gautam, 2 overs, 1 for 23. And Stoinis, the solitary over, which went 14. And Mohsin Khan was named man of the match. So Lucknow Super Giants now are sitting second on the table after Gujarat Titans as far as point standings are concerned. And this will definitely give them a lot of hope as far as LSG is concerned. They have 14 points. 10 matches played with 14 points, but Gujarat Titans have played 9 matches and already picked up 16 points. So that is the game as far as LSG versus Delhi Capitals was concerned. Now, when we move on to the next game and we move on to the MCA, to the Pune, where Chennai Superkings were taking on the SRH, and Chennai Superkings. I mean, what a brilliant innings from Ruturaj Gaikwad. I mean, he could put no foot wrong today. Every ball of his, every ball bowled to him was flowing from the middle of the bat, and runs were just cascading from the blade of Ruturaj Gaikwad. A pristine knock, as one would call it. 99 runs of 57 deliveries, 6 fours and 6 sixes. He has been struggling in this tournament, but today the strokes that he played was of high pedigree. He was holding the post, and one of the strokes that he hit over the cover region for a 6, one hit over the long off for a 6, one going over the long off, one going over the long on for a 6, and that the one which went over long off was an absolute beauty. Umran Malik was the bowler, and one looked at the approach that Ruturaj Gaikwad had against Umran Malik. As fast as Umran Malik was bowling, Ruturaj Gaikwad's bat speed was even faster. So that would tell you the immense confidence with which Ruturaj Gaikwad played, and he was really, really banging Umran Malik today. Umran Malik could not get his line right at all, as Ruturaj Gaikwad went after him right from the word go. What an innings from him. He got tremendous company from this opener, Devon Conway, who started off in a subdued manner, but later on grew in confidence in the presence of Ruturaj Gaikwad. And he also started playing, as you know, Devon Conway is also very, very classical, in a classical mold. And we saw some of his strokes, which were absolutely superb. And both of them combined to really put this SRH bowling to the sword, as no bowler could really, barring Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, who had a bit of a handle on this batsman. There was nobody who could really give these two batsmen quality. Ruturaj Gaikwad, my word, what an innings. I mean, if someone does not see those video clippings of this particular batting of Ruturaj Gaikwad, I think you're missing something. So go to your probably to your videos of YouTube and have a look at it and enjoy this man, Ruturaj Gaikwad's batting. No wonder he has been touted as one of the Indian hopefuls. Ruturaj Gaikwad, what an innings. 99, take a bow. I mean, he truly deserved a century. What a shame that he could not get that solitary run to go to that century. A slower length ball which was going away from him, and Ruturaj Gaikwad wanted to just cut it away, and in the process he cut it in the air, and backward point Bhuvaneshwar snapped up the catch. So Gaikwad gone, caught Kumar bowled Natarajan for 99, and what a partnership. This was the highest partnership, according to me, in this IPL 2022 between Ruturaj Gaikwad and Devon Conway. Gaikwad's contribution 99 of 57 deliveries with 6 fours and 6 sixes. Devon Conway was there till the end when the Chennai Superkings reached a big score of 202 for 2. Devon Conway himself was unbeaten on 85 55 deliveries, which included 8 fours and 4 sixes. Dhoni came in and he was a victim of Natarajan for 8 of 7 deliveries with 1 boundary. Jadeja not out 1, and also Mahendra Singh Dhoni is the one who was captaining the side as Ravindra Jadeja had wanted to concentrate on his batting form, and he decided he has already ceded the captaincy to Mahendra Singh Dhoni. And Mahendra Singh Dhoni, in the very first match that he has come as the captain, he has won the match for his team. Looking at the bowling, as I said, Bhuvneshwar Kumar was the only one who could have a handle on them, none for 22. Jansen, 4 overs, none for 38, not bad. T. Natarajan, 2 for 42, his bowling figures. Markram, none for 36. Umran Malik, I thought, was a disappointment because 48 runs. He was the costliest bowler on show today. 4 overs, none for 48. Shashank Singh bowled 1 over for 10 runs. Now, it was the turn of the Sunrisers Hyderabad to go and ace a total of 202. And let's see what Sunrisers Hyderabad did. So, looking at the Sunrisers Hyderabad innings, Abhishek Sharma, who has this habit of playing very, very consistently, once again contributed, played some nice strokes to make 39 of 24, 5 fours and 1 single. And the partnership was doing well as well. In 5.5 overs, they had 58. The captain, Williamson, was also looking good. But that was the time Mukesh Chowdhury, the left-arm pace bowler, struck by picking up the wicket of Abhishek Sharma as he went on with the shot. He was basically going for a pull shot, but probably it was. I thought it was a good catch by Pretorius, and he was gone for 39 of 24. Rahul Tripathi collected a first ball duck as of the very next delivery. The score read 58 for 2 when another length ball angling away from Rahul Tripathi. And Rahul Tripathi, as you know, he likes to get on with the game very quickly. He attempted a ramp shot, and that was the end of triple Tripathi. The ball going and settling in Simarjit Singh's hands, and Rahul Tripathi was walking back for a duck, and that was a big wicket, according to me. Kane Williamson was joined in Aidan Markram. Aidan Markram's hit 2 sweet sixes of the bowling of, I think it was the spinner. I thought it was Mitchell Santner who was struck for 2 wonderful sixes by Markram, and one thought that he was looking like the real Markram that we know. But Santner had the last laugh as he picked up Aidan Markram with a half tracker. Aidan Markram trying to move around and wanted to once again probably deposit the ball, but it was all over. The ball ballooned in the air, and Jadeja taking the catch. He was a goner. Aidan Markram out 17, and now the pressure was building with Kane Williamson joined in by Nicholas Pooran. Kane Williamson was still there, trying to play around with Pooran, but then Pretorius picked up the wicket of Kane Williamson by trapping him LBW for 47 of 37 deliveries, 2 fours and 2 sixes, at which time the score read with Williamson gone 126 for 4, and we were in the 15th over. So now still there was a lot of work to do. As you know, it was a big score, a lot of work to do. But Nicholas Pooran showed that right from the time he faced his first delivery, his intentions were very clear, because he knew that he was the only one who could, with a lot of runs to get, he knew that he had to really let himself go and try to hit any ball which is coming in his arc, and that's what he precisely did. But the problem for Nicholas Pooran was that there was support was lacking at the other end. Shashank Singh was out for 15 of 14, and Washington Sundar, I thought, was a sort of a blow for SRH. The reason being, one could not see. I mean, Washington Sundar normally, as you know, he's a bowler who can throttle, and he unfortunately could not bowl at all because he picked up an injury on the field very early on, and that really disabled Washington Sundar. And with the bat also he failed. He was bowled by Mukesh Chowdhury for 2, and Jansen came in. And finally, Nicholas Pooran kept hitting away. But as I said, in the final over, it was too much to get for Nicholas Puran. He could only deal in sixes, but he definitely did his bit to entertain the crowd here as the SRH finishing 13 runs short of the total of CSK of 202, 189 for 6, with Nicholas Puran playing a gem of a knock, not out on 64 of just 33 deliveries, which included 6 sixes and 3 boundaries. 189, that was the end of the game. Mukesh Chowdhury was a bit costly, but definitely he picked up those 4 wickets for 46. Simarjeet Singh was very costly, 2 overs for 24. Santner went for runs, 1 for 36. Tikshana Anand for 26 was the picker, according to me. Jadeja bowled 3 overs for 15. Pretorius also bowled well, 1 for 40. That was all over. And I thought, and for CSK too, they didn't have the services of Bravo as well. So it was even Stevens, according to me. But nevertheless, it was thorough entertainment when Rituraj Gaikwad was at the crease. What an innings from him. He was absolutely in his element. Tomorrow, the game that is coming up is between Kolkata Knight Riders Shreyas Iyer's team, which has been having a very rough run in this IPL. They have lost 5 matches on the bounce, and tomorrow they are taking on the Rajasthan Royals. So that should be one nice game coming up tomorrow. And Shreyas Iyer would be hoping that they could, but we know Rajasthan Royals is a wonderful, wonderful team. Butler would be their big fish there. Well, dear fans, subscribers, an absolute pleasure bringing you the Cricket Happening show as usual. It's time for me to pull down the curtain on this cricket show for today by promising you all that not promising, because as you know, the week starts and it becomes difficult for me to, with all my office chores and home chores, it becomes very difficult for me to connect. But if at all the connection has to be made, it could be on a Twitter on at Ram574. You can go on to that and go on. Probably I might tweet some. Rather than that, just wanting to remind everybody, I have a website, www.cricket-status.com. So that is also there. So you can have a look at it as well. That being said, it's about time for me to pull the curtain down, as I said, and see you folks on the next weekend in IPL. We are running into the business end of the tournament shortly, as the May month has started. So it will be very interesting. That's it from me, your host Ram, and see you all on Saturday. Thank you.